Hi friends, today's story is about something very special, honesty and kindness. The title is Sammy and the Hidden Acorns, a lesson in honesty and kindness. Get cozy and let's dive into this magical adventure with Sammy the squirrel. Let's begin. It was a crisp autumn morning in the heart of the Whispering Woods. Sammy, a lively honey-brown squirrel with a bushy, fluffy tail, scampered across the golden leaves. The forest floor crunched beneath his tiny paws, and his shiny black eyes glistened with excitement. Suddenly, Sammy froze. "Whoa! What's this?" he whispered, his voice filled with awe. There before him lay a pile of acorns, larger than he had ever seen. They sparkled in the morning sunlight as if they were treasures. Sammy's tail twitched with glee. "I must hide these," he declared, his voice a mix of excitement and greed. He darted forward, examining the acorns closely, pawing through them like they were the rarest gems. But Sammy didn't stop to think, where did these come from? Or who might they belong to? As the golden light of late afternoon streamed through the trees, Sammy was hard at work. His paws dug into the soft earth, flinging dirt and leaves in every direction. He glanced around nervously, his fluffy tail curling tightly over his back. "No one will find them here," Sammy muttered, patting down the freshly dug soil with his tiny paws. He looked around again, ensuring no one had seen him. He felt proud, smug even. "These acorns are mine now," he whispered with a sly grin. But as the forest grew quiet, a faint rustling sound caught Sammy's ears. He paused, his heart racing. It was a sound that carried concern. From the shadows emerged Mama Nutty, a grayish-brown squirrel with a gentle silver sheen on her fur. Her kind, round eyes studied Sammy. "Sammy, dear, what are you doing?" she asked softly, her voice warm but filled with concern. Sammy froze, his paws trembling slightly. "Oh, Mama Nutty. I was just tidying up the forest floor," he stammered, clutching an acorn tightly to his chest. Mama Nutty tilted her head. She wasn't fooled. "Sammy, you've always been a good squirrel. But remember, honesty and kindness are what make us truly rich." Her words lingered in the air like a gentle breeze. Sammy shifted uncomfortably but said nothing. The next day, Sammy found himself sitting beside Papa Pine, a sturdy dark brown squirrel with a scruffy coat and a small scar on his ear. Papa Pine's voice was deep, steady, and wise. "Sammy," he began, placing a paw on the young squirrel's shoulder, "I've heard about the pile of acorns you found." Sammy's ears twitched nervously. "I didn't steal them, Papa Pine. I just found them." Papa Pine nodded slowly. "I believe you. But have you thought about what those acorns could mean to others? Perhaps they were left there for a reason, maybe someone needed them more than you." Sammy frowned, his shiny black eyes filling with doubt. "But I wanted them all for myself." Papa Pine's gaze softened. "Generosity, my boy, brings more joy than any treasure ever could." Sammy woke up the next morning with Papa Pine's words echoing in his mind. He decided to make things right. In the forest clearing, Sammy gathered all the acorns he had hidden. Slowly, other animals began to notice. A small, timid squirrel approached. "Are these for us?" she asked, her voice trembling with hope. Sammy hesitated but nodded. "Yes. These acorns are for everyone." The clearing erupted with joy. Squirrels of all sizes scurried forward, birds swooped down from the trees, and even a curious deer joined in. Sammy's heart swelled as he watched his friends share and laugh. For the first time, he felt something far greater than greed. He felt happiness. As the sun rose over the forest, Sammy sat on a large rock, watching the golden light seep through the trees. His acorn-shaped pendant, a gift from Mama Nutty, glimmered faintly. "I've learned something important," Sammy murmured to himself. "Kindness grows like a seed. The more you share it, the bigger it becomes." The forest seemed to hum in agreement as birds chirped and leaves rustled in the breeze. Sammy smiled, his fluffy tail swaying contentedly behind him. The forest clearing was alive with music and laughter. Sammy sat at the center, his shiny black eyes gleaming with joy as animals of all kinds celebrated together. Mama Nutty and Papa Pine watched from the side, their hearts swelling with pride. "Look at him," Mama Nutty whispered, "he's found his true self." Sammy handed an acorn to a younger squirrel, his smile wide and genuine. "Kindness feels amazing," he exclaimed. Later that evening, Sammy sat by a sparkling stream. His reflection stared back at him, and for the first time, he felt proud of who he was. Using a twig, he wrote in the dirt, "Kindness grows." He stepped back, gazing at the words, and whispered, "I'll never forget this lesson." Sammy gathered the younger squirrels around him, sharing his story. They listened with wide eyes as he explained how greed had clouded his judgment and how kindness had brought him true happiness. The younger squirrels nodded, their tiny paws clutching acorns as they promised to share them with others. As snowflakes danced in the air, Sammy sat on a snowy branch, his fluffy tail wrapped around him for warmth. The forest below was blanketed in white, but Sammy felt nothing but warmth in his heart. Nearby, animals gathered around a small fire, sharing stories and acorns. Sammy joined them, his pendant catching the glow of the flames. "Kindness," he said softly, "is the gift that keeps us warm even in the coldest times." The forest fell silent, save for the gentle crackling of the fire. Sammy's journey was complete, but his story would live on, whispered through the trees for generations to come. At the end of Sammy's journey, the key lessons learned are: honesty builds trust, being truthful, even in difficult moments, helps maintain trust and respect among friends and loved ones. Sammy's honesty ultimately brought him closer to his community. Kindness enriches the heart, sharing and generosity bring a deeper sense of happiness than selfishness ever could. Sammy learned that giving to others created a warmth and joy that he had never experienced before. Greed leads to loneliness. Sammy realized that his initial greed isolated him, but choosing kindness helped him reconnect with his forest family. The power of teaching by example. Sammy's willingness to share his story and teach younger squirrels showed that lessons learned through experience can inspire others to grow.